Nehemiah 3, 1-32. Rebuilding the walls begins. The sun rose over Jerusalem, casting light on broken stones and crumbling walls. For 70 years, the city lay in ruins. But today was different. Today, God's people would build again. Nehemiah stood at the sheep gate, his heart pounding. God had stirred his spirit in a foreign palace. God had moved a king's heart to send him home. Now God would move his people to rebuild what seemed impossible to restore. The high priest Eliashib stepped forward. He took the first stone, placed it carefully, and began to build. The priest who offered sacrifices for the people now offered his hands for the work. Others watched. Then something beautiful happened. Meremoth the priest joined in, then Meshullam, then Zadok. One by one they came. The goldsmiths left their workshops. The perfume makers set down their oils. Merchants closed their stalls. Rulers rolled up their sleeves. Each family took their section of wall. Each person found their place in God's great plan. Here, the fish gate rose stone by stone. There, the old gate took shape. The valley gate, the dung gate, the fountain gate. Names that tell a story. God uses ordinary gates, ordinary people, for extraordinary purposes. Some worked beside their houses, protecting what they loved most. Others traveled from distant towns to lift stones they would never live behind. But they understood, this was not just Jerusalem's wall. This was God's wall, His city, His people, His promise taking shape in stone and mortar. The work was hard. Backs ached, hands bled, sweat stung their eyes. But they kept building. Because when God calls His people to build, He provides the strength. When He calls them to restore, He supplies the hope. When He calls them to come together, He creates unity from diversity. Look at them work. Priests beside perfume makers, rulers beside servants, young beside old. Different skills, different backgrounds, one vision. To see God's city whole again. Each stone mattered. Each person mattered. The wall could not be complete without every section, every family, every faithful heart willing to build. And they did not work alone. The same God who stirred Nehemiah's heart in Persia stirred every heart in Jerusalem. The same God who moved King Artaxerxes to provide resources moved his people to provide their lives. Stone by stone, the wall grew higher. Day by day, the city grew stronger. Prayer by prayer, the people grew closer to their God and to each other. What seemed impossible became inevitable. What looked like ruin became renewal. What felt like ending became beginning. The broken places were made whole. The gaps were filled, the breaches were sealed. Not because the people were mighty, but because their God was faithful. He had promised to restore His people to their land. He had promised to rebuild what was torn down. He had promised never to abandon those who call on His name. And God keeps His promises, always, completely, perfectly. In your life, there are broken places too. Dreams that crumble, relationships that fall apart, hope that lies in ruins. You look at the damage and wonder if restoration is possible. It is. The same God who moved His people to rebuild Jerusalem's walls can rebuild what is broken in your life. He can take your willing hands and use them for His great purposes. He can place you exactly where you belong in His plan. He can bring others alongside you to share the load, to encourage your heart, to help you build what you cannot build alone. When God calls you to rebuild, do not look at the size of the ruins. Look at the size of your God. He specializes in making beauty from ashes, strength from weakness, hope from despair. Every stone you place in faith matters to Him. Every effort you make in love builds His kingdom. Every day you choose to trust Him instead of give up, His wall of protection grows stronger around your heart. The wall of Jerusalem was not built in a day. Your restoration will not happen in a day either, but it will happen, stone by stone, prayer by prayer, day by faithful day. God is still in the business of rebuilding what the world tears down. Trust Him with your broken places. He will make them whole again.